Hello, guys. How are we? Oh, I didn't know I was on live there. But how you going, guys? Sorry about that little bit of a technical issue. I didn't have my screen on rotate, so that's why we're a little bit delayed. But it's the fourth test tomorrow. Looking forward to it. I think India have got a lot of fight. They've got a lot of buzz. And I think they could upset Australia here just with team spirit and team harmony. Yes, they've got a lot of injuries, but there's a lot of youth coming into this side, into the fourth test match. Is Ashwin going to be fit? That's the big question. 60% to 40% he may play, so it's a 60-40 equation there. He needs to play just with the batting depth, but also with his height, with his bowling. He's troubled the Australians. The extra bounce on this Gabba pitch will help him, and just the way that he spins the ball both ways as well. He beats the bat on both sides, which has troubled the Australians. He'd be a great acquisition up here. But if he doesn't play with the injuries to Boomerang, I wouldn't play Boomerang, and I don't think they're going to play Boomerang. How will they line up? So for me, I think they're going to open up with Gill and Rohit Sharma. I think Pujara will come in at 4. For me, I think that with Virat Kohli not there, Ajinkya Rahani's done a fabulous job out 4, but I'd push him down to number 5 and bring in some more youth and give Shaw another go. I think his technique is suited for that middle order role. Yes, he does play away from his body, but when the shine's taken off the new ball, I think on that Gabba wicket, the way that he plays those back foot drives through the offside and the way that he pulls, he's suited for this wicket. So I've got Ajinkya Rahane at 5. Out number 6, I've got Pant keeping. You need some all-rounders. I'd go Sundar out 7. And then if Ashwin's fit, he comes in at 8. If he's not, I'll go with Kuldeep Yadav. You need another bowling option, another spinner. And he's got a little bit of different variety, which the Australians haven't seen, the left arm leg spinner for a while. So bring him in. Suraj and Saini. And with Boomerang not fit and it's humid conditions up there in Brisbane, I'd go for the swing bowling option. So for me, I'd go for Thakur coming in that bowling department. I think he'll do a fine job up there in Brisbane. Now, Australia, what troubles have they got coming in? Well, they would have lost a lot of confidence after that third test match in Sydney. It was a test match that they should have won. Tactically, they did not execute the right plans in that final 5 days. So they're going in a little bit unsure of themselves. So India have got to capitalise on that and make sure they get a good start and put Australia on the back foot. Remember, Brisbane is the fortress of Australia. I think they've won 42 test matches out of 60, and they've won a hell of a lot. I don't think they've lost for the last 10 years out the Gabba. So you've got to capitalise and get the momentum in your favour. Plus the opening batting. Harris is definitely going to play instead of Pekoski, so that will leave Wade in the middle order. So the middle order of Australia is a little bit vulnerable still. Wade hasn't cemented his spot there either. He struggled in that last test match, and Warner is not fully fit as well. So you've got to make sure you capitalise on all of that. Now, I'm going to try and read these questions. Oh, here we go. Sorry about looking at the nose, but I've got to lift it up there. Hang on, we'll go down here. Sir, what do you think? Who should bat 4 and 5 for India in the World T20? I think Rahul should bat for number 4. I think he's done a fine job there. I'm still trying to figure out who should bat number 5, but look, I think it should be Pant and Hardik Pandya around about 5, 6 and 7 there. So Pant is one of my favourites. He can turn the game, and we've seen that at test level. And I think Pant out the Gabba, he's going to be the one who can turn it on for India. All right, we've got that question coming in. Sir, name few middle order batsmen, especially number 5 and replacement for Payne, as he is 36 for the long term. Look, who's this from? Sorry, I can't really read the names because of the small screen. I'm going to have to learn how to get this on my computer. I think it's Jinx. But for me, the middle order batsmen around at the moment for Australia, I'd like to see Cameron Green obviously there, but I think Travis Head has got to have a longer term there at number 5. They're touting him as the next captain, but he hasn't really lifted and performed. For me, there's not much, and there's not much going around there that's really setting the world alight in the middle order. I'm going to have to really think about that one actually, with the batting depth around. Cameron Green has done a wonderful job there. Marcus Harris, Pekoski. If Marcus Harris does a wonderful job here opening the batting, I wouldn't mind seeing Pekoski coming down in the middle order at number 5. And I think that would be a real strong batting lineup, because I think Harris deserves another go opening the batting. You've got Harris, Warner opening the batting, 2 left-handers, Labuschagne, Smith, and then Pekoski, who's calm as a cool cucumber, coming in that middle order. I think that would be better balance for Australia. And then Green out number 5. And the keeper, I think Inglis from WA should take over from Payne as the keeper if they don't want to go with Wade as the as that keeper for Australia. All right, your prediction for the World Test Champion. Who's this? Guruv, I think it is. My prediction for the World Test Championship, I think the final is going to be between India and Australia, but India are going to have their work cut out in the next Test series against England. That is going to be an absolute and something that I'm going to glue my eyes to. What role will Pant have to play out the Gabba pitch as it suits batting and needs aggression? For me, I think Pant and Prithvi Shaw in the middle order are vital for India to have them out 4 and 6. Have Ajinkya Rahane in between both of them, and then you've got a mixture of someone who can hold their own at one end and the aggressive batsman out the other end. So you're keeping pressure on the Australian bowlers. So for me, Pant's aggression, the way that he attacks, I think he's just got to go after all the loose bowling from Australia and put them off the back foot. He is going to be the match winner for India if they are any chance of beating Australia out the Gabba. He's got to be man of the match for me. Rightio, that's Pant. Right, my prediction of the world. Gee whiz, same questions coming up and down. Sir, I've named the middle order. Part. All right, I'm just about going to have to finish here because someone has put the same questions after there. After watching some of the BBL games, what are your views on the new rules as you were critical of them when they were added? For me, I like the power play being set up. Oh, hang on. Sorry. My camera's just... Have I done something with my camera? That's better. Sorry about that. As I was scrolling up, I didn't realise that I was out of focus. Sorry about that, guys. For me, the power boost, where they split the power play up. So you got 4 overs out the start, 2 overs in the back 10 overs. I like that rule. The X Factor player, I don't really like that because it's been manipulated and really it favours the team in front in the first inning. So if you're bowling first, you've got the opposition on the back foot, you can bring in a batsman to bat in the second innings. If you're batting and you've absolutely annihilated the opposition in attack and you've got wickets in hand, you can bring in a bowler. For me, if you're going to do it, I think you should be able to sub out a batsman at any stage while he's batting, because if he's slow and not adapting to the conditions, I think you should be able to have a super sub where you can change that batsman at that particular time in any innings, and you can change one bowler at any time if he's having a hard night, if you want to go down with the substitution path. But for me, I think it's making too much of a mockery of the game. Bonus point for me, I don't like it out the 10 over mark. I'd rather it out the back end. If a team gets the runs within 16 overs, they get a bonus point. If a team bowls the opposition out for 15% less of their score, they get a bonus point as well. And then you might be able to go to the 14th over as well. And if the opposition team bowls them out for 25% of their score, they get another bonus point. Then the teams will still play aggressive cricket right to the end to get that bonus point. I've seen too many times, I think it was the Renegades, they were 7 or 8 down and they just got over the line for the bonus point out the 10 over mark. Yet they're not the team in front because they'd lost 5 more wickets than the opposition team, but they're only 1 run in front. So that one doesn't really make sense to me. But the power boost or the power boost play, that is the one for me. My 11 for India, I like this 11. I think you've got Gill, Rowett, Pujara, Rahane, Mayank Shaw. That's split between them, not sure. Pant, who's that? Shea, Washington Saha, sorry. You've got Shah there from what I can read. So Saha, Ashwin or Kuldeep, Ashwin if he's fit, Shadil and Siraj. I like that team. I really like that team. But I think you've got to go with more bowling options going in. Replacement for Jadeja in the 4th test. I think you've got to go with Washington Sundar. Yes, he bowls the same as Ravi Ashwin, but Ashwin's got extra bounce. He bowls over the top more and he's got variations to go and beat both sides of the bat. Whereas Washington Sundar, he's more of a slidey type of bowler and he's just going to add a point of difference. So I think you can afford to play both off spinners in the lineup. But the way Ashwin batted in that 4th test match, I think he could go up to 7 and you play Kuldeep Yadav just for that mystery spin going down. Okay, I'm going to go for one more question. Who's been more impressive, Green or Pekoski? For me, I think it's been Green, just because of his all-round ability and the way that he fields in the gully region. I think he offers a lot more than what Pekoski does. Some of those catches in the gully region for Green have been phenomenal. It's not that often that you get a tall player that can hit the ball out of the park, bowl 140, and be a prominent fielder in a catching position. So for me, Green is the one. Now, guys, the test match, the 4th test, India playing Australia. Who do I predict that's going to win? It's all in Australia's favour. They love these conditions. India are depleted with their injuries. We all know that. Whoever wins the first day will win the test match. And I am backing that Australia are going to win it, but it's not going to be a walkover. And congratulations to India. Thank you very much for coming over to Australia. You've really represented your country well. You've been put on the back foot because you're not out full strength. You held your head up and you've pushed Australia right to the edge. And hopefully you do it in the 4th test match because I love close contests. Now, guys, I'm going to catch you over the next couple of days during the test match for another live on YouTube. This is the 3rd time I think I've done a live on YouTube. Enjoy it. I'm just starting to get used to it. Sorry for, as I was scrolling through the questions, to zoom out. But you guys enjoy it. Get your comments downstairs. I think you can get your comments downstairs when I put this video up or the recording up. And put your teams in there as well. And I'll go through that tomorrow morning and agree or disagree with you as well. Thanks very much for following me, guys. I love what I'm doing. I love my cricket and I love you as well. Cheers, guys.